Well, Jamie, the man didn't want to be identified on camera or by his voice, but he says he had to tell this story. He says what happened to the victim in this case may have been avoided by a couple of things: more visible policing and less drinking. It was one of his favorite things to do, celebrate the 4th of July. A man who we will call John was watching the fireworks with friends July 4th on Pier 5 when just down from where he was standing there were fireworks of another kind on the ground, an altercation.
All of a sudden, about 2 people down from me, this one guy in a white shirt jumps up and he screams, "That hit me in the head." And he jumps up and he runs into the crowd towards the lighthouse. And in doing so, he takes off his shirt.
John says a man in a yellow shirt, who police identified as Joe Callow, took off to catch the other man, his brother. John says he was at the location most of the night, and he had seen the victim, his brother, and several other people in their group drinking earlier in the evening. And he says he just thought it was just going to be another stupid brawl.
Me and my friends are going, "Oh, come on, it's 4th of July, there are kids around, it's going to be a fight." And then all of a sudden, about 2 minutes later, this guy in a yellow t-shirt comes walking back towards me. And he is clutching his throat like this. And when he's holding it like this, I knew at that point where he got cut. And I knew that it was that you can't stop that.
John and several other people tried to help Callow. Even a nurse who was in a nearby restaurant tried to stop the bleeding from his neck, but it was no use.
Standing up like this, and his head was right between my legs, and he looks up at me. And that's when he died.
With hundreds of law enforcement officers in the harbor, police say their response time to the incident was within minutes. But John says despite what city officials say, he says he saw little police presence in that part of the harbor before the incident.
I've seen city cops, and I see when something happens, they're like the first to go and step in and go, "Hey, you, stop." If there had been one police officer there when that started, he would not have died. And I firmly believe that.
Now, John says he's already told city police what he saw that night, but says the reason he spoke out now is because of what they're not saying about this incident. He says what happened here is more complicated than just another fight. Roosevelt Leftwich, ABC 2 News.